A long time ago, the lands of England were occupied by many small villages. There was one village that excelled beyond others, Lympstone, located on the River Exe in East Devon. Fishermen, whalers, smugglers, millers, lacemakers, farmers and more all built a vibrant community. Lympstone is steeped in local legends, which were told in a performance by local people acting and singing to describe the lives of many inhabitants. That production was called Lympstone Legends. We open in the 1500s with Will, a 12-year-old village boy working on a farm, as he describes his daily life. But he has to move on to support his family, who have not enough to eat. His father is ill, and mother's wool trade not doing well because of a sickly baby. So he's off to go cod fishing in Newfoundland. The life of a sailor serving on a whaling vessel was hard work to catch the whales. They moored in Nutwell Bay in North Lympstone, where they unloaded the smelly blubber which was used to fuel lamps. During the Civil War in 1644, a farmer sits with his wife discussing the theft of all the wheat flour by the king's men. Their sons are out spying on the Parliament supporters who position cannons at Cliff Field aimed at the king's men over the river at Powderham Castle. The wife of a smuggler tells us of their antics. The smuggler's main cargo was beer or barrels of brandy that came in from Roscoff in France. Normally the brandy is unloaded at Dawlish Warren across the river, but the revenue are sniffing around over there, so it's landed at Parsonage Stile. They put some kegs aside for themselves, the vicar and others who help. A village woman talks of folk dressed in their best clothes with ribbons. Stalls line the Strand, and it's the local fair in 1730. The highlight is the bull baiting. A bull is tied to a post in Cliff Field. Bets change hand, and then bulldogs are let loose. The bull kicks the dogs up into the air, ending with the bull being led or maybe dragged to the slaughterhouse. Dancing, eating and drink all follow the event. In 1828, a complaint was made to the church about the conduct of a parishioner. As a result, he was barred from sitting in the gallery and threatened with further action should he persist. The life of a scullery maid was not an easy one. Up early, cleaning stoves, pots and pans, fires and rugs. The housekeeper takes lace and ribbons off the mistress's old clothes and shares it out. At home, the maid's family of 6 share one room day and night. Villagers talk about the footprints that appeared in Lympstone, Topsham and Littleham in 1855. Believed to be those of the devil, men went out with bludgeons and guns to shoot it, but to no avail. Houses knocked down, digging, banging, horses pulling loads, stone brought in from Babbacombe, and swearing, shouting navvies, all because of the new railway from Exeter to Exmouth stopping at Lympstone. The first train passed through in 1862. Lots of smoke and sparks from the train that would soon set the thatches on fire. Parsonage Stile was one of those unlucky houses. A woman reflects on foodstuffs in the village. Food was plentiful in the summer and autumn. At low tide there were winkles, clams, mussels, cockles, and sometimes oysters. You had to be quick to catch eels in the brook. Wild garlic grew in the spring, and apples ripened in the autumn. Food was sparse in the winters. In 1833, a fisherman went to sea, leaving his mackerel frying in the pan. The chimney caught fire and it spread to the thatch. The raging fire spread and destroyed 58 houses, leaving nearly 250 people homeless. Working as a maid for the sick people who came to Lympstone became quite a business. The clean air improved their coughs and other ailments, although many of the sick never saw their families again. Villagers dressed in many colours danced behind the top hat and tail dance leaders and the Lympstone band in the annual furry dance. Its origins were a celebration of the return of men in ships across the Atlantic from Newfoundland or Nova Scotia. Trading for fur was associated with the trade in dried and salted cod. 1940, war broke out and many children were evacuated from London to Lympstone. Most of the children hadn't seen green fields, trees, cows, nor rabbits. The sea was new to them, and they helped to collect winkles, cockles and mussels. They sent a weekly letter to their mothers. The Royal Marine Commando's training base sits next to Lympstone village. Marines can be seen scrambling over and under obstacle courses and smeared in camouflage as they carry out exercises on Woodbury Common. They often frequented the local pubs. Finally, people living in Lympstone today share their views of what's good about living in Lympstone.